land. We are live
Absolutely.
now.
We are live now, and we'll
Acha,
be
we're going
starting. We'll be starting in a minute.
Sure. Manoj, we can talk offline.
Yes, great to see you, and it's a great day for us as Environment Day.
Yes, absolutely. Same here. Coronavirus is nature has taught us how to heal itself.
Yes.
So what we could not achieve in 2 governments and 1 decade has been done in 2 months.
True.
For the first time in 20 years, there was fish seen in Ganga in parts of Ganga, and in Yamuna in Delhi. The water from black had turned to blue.
Wow.
Awesome. So I think we are all set, CK.
Yeah, I think we can get started now. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And we'll be joined by many more people as we move. So I would like to start with a very small quote of Narendra Modi. He said that recently that no defect, no effect. मीन्स हमें नेचर को बिल्कुल भी एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं करना है. नेचर को हमें बिल्कुल भी वी शुड टेक केयर ऑफ द नेचर, but at the same time we should thrive for the quality. We should thrive for the best possible quality. No defects, no effects. So with that note, I would like to welcome the very special guest for today, Yashneet Pushkarna. He is the CEO of Govardhan Eco Village, SCON, and he also takes care of various social initiatives, not just in ISKCON but outside ISKCON as well. So welcome, Yashneet. And
Thank you.
we also have Kuhu, the climate change vertical chair of YI Bhopal, and our beloved YI Bhopal chair, Professor Anuj Garg. So welcome, Kuhu. Welcome, Anuj. And yes, so we'll be starting with a slight brief of what climate change vertical has been doing for Bhopal. So Kuhu, we'll start with you. You can talk about what you guys are planning, what you guys are doing, maybe in about 3 to 4 minutes time, and then we'll move on to Yashneet.
श्योर, थैंक्स अ लॉट सीके. और मैं ये भी बोलना चाहूँगी कि मैं मिस्टर यशनीत से कुछ दिन पहले एलएनसीटी में ही मिली थी और मैं काफ़ी इम्प्रेस थी जब उन्होंने बताया था कि वो किस तरीके का काम करते हैं. सो आई वॉज रियली हैप्पी टू मीट हिम. और ऐसे कई बड़े लोगों से इंस्पिरेशन लेके मुझे लगता है कि जो क्लाइमेट चेंज की हम बात करते हैं उसे हमें अपने जीवन का एक रूटीन बनाना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि जो चीज़ हमारे जीवन का रूटीन बन जाता है, जैसे सुबह उठना, तैयार होना, ऑफिस जाना, या फिर अगर आप स्टूडेंट हैं तो उसका पढ़ाई करना, तो जो चीज़ हम रूटीन में लाएंगे उसी को हम रोज़ रोज़ करेंगे और वो ही इफ़ेक्टिव होगा. इसलिए किसी एक दिन को हम सेलिब्रेट करके और सिर्फ बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर लें, या फिर हम किसी एक सीज़न को पकड़ के और उसमें प्लांटेशन ड्राइव कर ले, इसके बजाय मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि क्लाइमेट चेंज की जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं उन्हें हमें अपने जीवन का एक हिस्सा बना लेना चाहिए, एक रूटीन की तरह उसे अपनाना चाहिए. और मैं अपने चेयर का और वाई ने जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है कि इस चीज़ को मैं अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक रूटीन बना सकूं, उसके लिए आई एम रियली थैंकफुल. और मैं कोशिश करती हूँ कि सारी हमारी जो भी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं उनको हम इसी तरीके से अपना एक दिनचर्या के अंदर डालें. और मुझे जहाँ तक लगता है कि जैसे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हम बात कर रहे थे कि अब हमें गंगा में मछलियाँ भी दिखने लग गई, तो इस चीज़ को हमें बरकरार रखने के लिए क्या वो ऐसे स्टेप्स हैं जिनसे हम इस तरीके की चीज़ों को लाइफ लॉन्ग एंजॉय कर सकें, उनके ऊपर हमें ज़रूर बात करना चाहिए. और जब हम ऐसी बातें करते हैं, स्पेशली एक स्टार्टअप पाठशाला के प्लेटफॉर्म पर, तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि ये बताना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट जो पूरा एक टॉपिक है, जो एक सब्जेक्ट है, वो इतना अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर है कि अगर हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि हम किस चीज़ का स्टार्टअप लेकर और आगे काम कर सकते हैं, तो आई वुड सजेस्ट द यूथ एंड एवरीबडी लिसनिंग कि ये एक बहुत ही ब्राइट प्रॉस्पेक्ट है जिसके ऊपर हम आगे बढ़कर काम कर सकते हैं. चाहे वो वाटर मैनेजमेंट हो, चाहे वो सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट हो, चाहे वो पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल हो, चाहे वो ग्रीन प्लांटेशन हो, एवरीथिंग कैन बी टेकन अप एज एन ऑक्यूपेशन, एज अ प्रोफेशन, एज अ बिजनेस, एंड देन वी कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड, जिससे ये एक साइड में रखी हुई चीज नहीं होगी कि आज मुझे ऑफिस से टाइम मिल गया तो मैंने कुछ क्लाइमेट के लिए कर लिया। मुझे लगता है कि ये अगर हम अपने मेन स्ट्रीमलाइन में नहीं डालेंगे तो आप और मैं जो इस तरीके के प्लेटफॉर्म्स में कुछ भी करना चाहते हैं, उसका इफेक्टिव रिजल्ट हम तब तक नहीं ला पाएंगे जब तक हम उसे अपने बिजनेस के साथ, अपने रूटीन के साथ न जोड़ें। और ऐसी ही कुछ केस स्टडीज हम लोगों ने युवा के सामने करने के लिए दी थी, क्योंकि लॉकडाउन का पीरियड था और हम बाहर नहीं जा सकते थे, तो हमने कुछ टॉपिक्स दिए उन्हें ताकि वो अपना ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर सकें और उनके क्या थॉट्स हैं, वो क्या सोचते हैं कि क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, उन्हें कैसे वो ठीक कर सकते हैं, उसी की ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग हमने हमारे युवा को दी थी, जिसका हमें बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट मिला। एंड आई एम श्योर कि जिन लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया उन्हें भी ये समझ में आया होगा कि कितना स्कोप है इन सब चीज़ों पे काम करने के लिए। और आज मैं चाहूँगी कि जो हमारे साथ जितने भी लोग हैं, जब हम इस सेशन के अंत में उस बुक को लॉन्च करेंगे तो आप उस बुक को ज़रूर पढ़िए। यशनीत जी, आपसे भी रिक्वेस्ट है, आप उसे ज़रूर पढ़िएगा, क्योंकि जो युवा के थॉट प्रोसेस है, हाउ ब्यूटिफुली दे हैव कम आउट, इट इज़ रियली अ वंडरफुल थिंग। इतनी सारी चीज़ें हैं, गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स हैं, उनके पर्सनल थॉट्स हैं, जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स हैं उनकी स्कीम्स हैं, कुछ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज़ हैं जो अपने लेवल पे करती रहती हैं, एंड यूथ ने उन सबको इनकॉर्पोरेट किया है। तो आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल वर्क विच इज़ डन बाय युवा, एंड आई रियली कंग्रेचुलेट द युवा हेड ऑफ माय चैप्टर कीथ एंड माय चेयर अनुज, जिन्होंने इस चीज़ को पूरा आगे तक बढ़ाने के लिए मुझे सपोर्ट किया, एंड ऑफ कोर्स ऑल द यूथ जो भी हमारे युवा के कॉलेजेस हैं। एंड विद दैट नोट मैं बोलना चाहूँगी कि काम करने के लिए अपने पास बहुत कुछ है, बस एक जज्बा होने की ज़रूरत है। तो जैसे लॉकडाउन हमारे काम को इफ़ेक्ट नहीं कर पाया, वैसे हमारी सोच और हमारे प्रैक्टिकल काम को भी आगे जब सारी चीज़ें चल जाएंगी वो इफ़ेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए। सो आई रियली थैंक सीके कि आपने मुझे अपने साथ इस चीज़ को लॉन्च करने का मौका दिया, एंड आई नाउ टर्न इट ओवर टू यू।
Thank you, Kuhu. And Yashneet, just 1 more minute before I hand it over to you. Actually, हम लोगों ने एक anonymous feedback form लिया था और काफी लोगों का ये feedback था, कि social entrepreneurship में काफी confusion है। NGO, social entrepreneurship जो climate के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, social cause के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, but some of them want with business, with profit, some of them want without profit. तो काफी confusion है NGO, social entrepreneurship. Then we thought what a better day that we can have other than the World Environment Day to have you with us. और आज हम सारे डाउट्स पे बात करेंगे, उन सारी चीजों को क्लियर करेंगे कि आपका जो एक बिजनेस है, कई सारे लोग हैं जिन्होंने सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में काम किया है, कई सारे लोग हैं जो एनजीओ चलाते हैं, कई सारे लोग हैं जो एक स्टार्टअप चलाते हैं, लेकिन जो ग्रीन टेक की आजकल बहुत बात होती है, क्लियर टेक की आजकल बहुत बात होती है, और एक और बज़वर्ड है हमारे पास में सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी। सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी पे पूरी दुनिया इस समय बात कर रही है, तो सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी क्या है, इन चीजों को हम डिटेल में आज यशनीत से समझेंगे। ईच स्लाइड we'll pause for a while, we'll take questions from the viewer, और हम हर स्लाइड के बाद एक या दो क्वेश्चन लेंगे। So thank you everyone, thank you Kuhu, and Yashneet, stage is all yours now.
Thank you. So namaskar everyone, I think it's a pleasure being here, and especially on the World Environment Day. So I think my co-panelist Kuhu put it very well कि इन्वायरमेंट डे का ये महत्व नहीं है कि हम एक दिन ही पूरे साल में इन्वायरमेंट को दें। आई थिंक आप सब लोगों ने देखा होगा कि हाल ही में जो लॉकडाउन हुआ है, जो 20 साल की एफर्ट दो सरकारें और बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज नहीं कर पाए, मदर नेचर ने अपने आप ही कर डाला। फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम यमुना हैज बिकम ब्लू इन दिल्ली। मछलियां मिली गंगा में, एंड द वाटर वाज एब्सोल्युटली क्लीन। वेनिस में जहां पे इतना ज्यादा ट्रैफिक चलता था उनके कैनाल्स में, सडनली कैनाल्स वेंट साइलेंट एंड जो क्रीचर्स हैं जो कि वहां से बिल्कुल गायब हो गए थे वो सारे वापस आने शुरू हो गए। मिडिल ईस्ट में आपको स्टिंगरेज मिले पानी के अंदर, जो कि कभी आज तक फिनोमेना ऐसा हुआ ही नहीं। So I think nature has a very interesting way to tell us how teach us these things. You are breathing clean air, you are doing a lot of other things which it does not mean कि हमें because of lockdown ही ये हम कर पाए. We should inculcate these things as Kuhu said in our daily life, which helps us in one stage or the other. And all this is all interlinked. Like you just said, CK, the aspect of circular economy. Now, what is circular economy? जैसे अगर बात किया जाए, आजकल बहुत स्टार्टअप्स हैं, बहुत this is a new buzzword, like you said, circular economy. Circular economy is actually living with nature. Circular economy is actually practicing, putting to practice everything what you mention on a textbook. You are actually doing it in practice. So I want to explain this better. मैं आपके लिए एक लाइव एग्जांपल लूंगा और उस एग्जांपल के माध्यम से आपको एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूंगा कि सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी क्या है, सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप क्या है, एनजीओ और सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में क्या फर्क होता है, सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। तो पहले सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी से शुरू करते हैं। तो ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है जिसको मैं आई हैव ए अपॉर्चुनिटी सेवा करने के लिए, विच इज कॉल्ड एज गोवर्धन इको विलेज। This is one of the first projects in entire Asia to win the UNWTO award. So भारत का ऐसा पहला अवार्ड था UNWTO का, जो 2017 में हमें स्पेन में दिया गया, फॉर सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी एंड फॉर प्रमोटिंग ट्राइबल वेलफेयर एंड कनेक्टिंग अर्बन विद रूरल। अब उसका मतलब क्या है? एक 100 एकड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है जिसमें लॉट ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज केम, IIT, हार्वर्ड, प्रिंसटन, येल, और इन सब ने आके एनवायरनमेंट, वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग, इन सब चीजों पे रिसर्च करी और उनका प्रोटोटाइप डेवलप किया। अभी 100 एकड़ में, 10 एकड़ में, 5 एकड़ में तो आप बड़ी आसानी से कुछ भी कर सकते हो। वो तो आज टुडे इफ यू वांट यू कैन इवन डू समथिंग इन IIT एंड समथिंग। बट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ द सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी इज व्हेन यू टेक ऑल दीज प्रैक्टिसेस and start implementing it in the neighborhood villages, in that neighborhood where you're staying. So what we did is we started taking organic development projects and we started initiating with neighborhood villages. So जो पालगढ़ district का neighborhood है, that is known as one of the most impoverished tribal areas of India. उसको हमने within the 1 decade from yellow we turned it to green. और कैसे किया? प्रूफ ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट बना के जीईवी में फार्मर्स को इनवाइट कर करके उनको सिखाया कि हर इंटरवेंशन लेवल पे कैसे उसको अप्लाई किया जा सकता है। नॉट ओनली दैट, आफ्टर अप्लाइंग दैट हमने उनको ये आश्वासन दिया कि आप ऑर्गेनिक, आप फर्टिलाइजर को छोड़िए, ऑर्गेनिक में जाइए, अदर प्रैक्टिसेस इंप्लीमेंट करिए, और उसका जो रिजल्ट होगा, जिसे कहते हैं सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी, वेयर फाइनेंस इज इन्वॉल्व, बिकॉज आफ्टर ऑल व्हेन द वर्ड इकोनॉमी कम्स, दैट मींस इट इज द एक्सचेंज ऑफ फाइनेंस, इट इज द एक्सचेंज ऑफ वन गुड्स फॉर द अदर गुड, अगर आप बेसिक उस पे जाएं तो। सो फॉर दैट वी टोल्ड देम दैट वी विल स्टैंड बिहाइंड यू एंड वी विल टेक बाय ऑल योर प्रोड्यूस in a way that we will create a small micro economy in that environment. So आपने एक प्रूफ ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट सेटअप किया फार्मर्स के लिए, आपने उनको दिखाया कि कैसे करना है, आपने उनको कहा कि आप ये इंप्लीमेंट करिए और जो इसका रिजल्ट आएगा उसको हम प्रोड्यूस को खरीदेंगे और इससे वो माइक्रो इकोनॉमी चर्न होनी शुरू हो जाएगी। नाउ दैट वाज अ स्मॉल लेवल. नाउ टू इंक्रीज दैट लेवल, नाउ ऑफ कोर्स द इकोनॉमी, द सर्कल डजंट स्टॉप देयर, बिकॉज अभी क्या हुआ, अभी हमने अपने माइक्रो नीड्स के लिए एक प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम द फार्मर खरीद लिया। अब अगर दैट प्रोडक्ट स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग द ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग स्टार्टेड स्प्रेडिंग अक्रॉस, अब द प्रोडक्ट साइज इंक्रीज, तो जब और हमारी कंजम्पशन उतनी थी नहीं, तो द ट्रू वर्ड फॉर एन सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी हमने क्या किया, हमने वो प्रोडक्ट को लेकर उसको ब्रांड करके उसको हमने मार्केट एक्सेस देना शुरू कर दिया। So, जैसे ही उसको मार्केट एक्सेस मिलना शुरू हो गया, दैट इज वेयर the exact concept of circular economy started coming in place. So you start from the grassroots level and you take a full circle and you come back to the grassroots level. अभी कम बैक टू द ग्रास रूट लेवल किस तरीके से आया? आई विल गिव यू अनदर वेरी पैरेलल एग्जांपल. इंटरनेशनल एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, just so that you can do comparatives between a circular economy at a rural level versus a circular economy at an international level. So एक international organization है which is called The Body Shop. I'm sure a lot of people will Google and check. Body Shop started an initiative that they were procuring their cocoa butter, the cocoa butter जो cream के लगता है, from the cocoa bean manufacturers of Africa. Of course everybody knows वहां से आता है या ब्राजील से आता है. But the difference here was that the money which they were earning from the end customer was going more back to the farmer. So in other words, they were actually contributing back to the development of the economy of the villages. So it became like a proper circle where the distribution of the funds was so equal and so well that each sector in that circular economy, each wing, har paiya jo hai, that was equally moving. So that is where the concept from a singular, a linear structure to a circular structure started coming into place. That is what GEV did in the first level. So that is one of the examples, and ऐसे बहुत सारे example हैं. Similarly, आप waste में को ले लीजिए, जैसे like Kuhu said, waste management. Waste management is such an important topic आजकल. If you see in nowadays environment, I'll give you a small example of waste management. We have a pyrolysis center in Govardhan Eco Village. What it practically does is we collect plastic waste from the entire villages in our area and we convert it into diesel oil. अब वो ग्रेड ऑयल है जिससे आप जनरेटर चला सकते हैं. So in other words, what we are doing is we are taking away waste garbage from the neighborhood. We are converting into usable fuel and we are giving back the fuel and saying you can use it to burn your gensets. So we have again started creating a small micro economy, but in this we have gone into green economy. Now, of course, a lot of questions will come. अगर आप fossil fuel burn कर रहे हैं, so in other words, it is not that you are not polluting the environment, but here what needs to be seen is the level of pollution you are doing. So if you are clearing plastic, which is any which way is a non-biodegradable waste, which is lying and dumping in the area, को आपने use करिया, कम से कम आपने वो percentage तो lower करी. So we are trying to achieve that percentage.
Yashneet, I think we can take one question here before we move to the next slide. It's about the linear economy versus circular economy. So before you answer that, I mean, a linear economy is what we have been doing traditionally. If I can put that simply, just take, make, consume and waste. But circular economy में we close that cycle, we close that loop. कि आपको waste नहीं करना है, you have to take care of that waste, and it is definitely beyond recycling. So Yashneet, your words on that linear economy versus circular economy.
So I think right now what levels we are achieving is at a very high level. If you talk about linear economy in terms of products, so we have another live example where products are manufactured, products are then finally put into the market, and then they are consumed and it's finished, and the waste and whatever the residual is goes as a waste. But however, the current initiatives done by the government, where if you take for example milk, there are a lot of ways where milk poly bags have been taken back by the same manufacturer who is now delivering milk. In other words, make sure that the waste is not done. So to close the loop, he is taking back the waste, recycling the waste, either putting it back into the economy, or he is having alternate ways of disposing the waste in a biodegradable way. So all these things are a perfect example of how you are in a linear economy, you started moving to a circular economy. Now, when you talk about full circular economy, that is when I gave you an example. So, for example, अब जैसे अभी role of social entrepreneurship की मैं बात करूँगा, but to take an example back on circular economy, one of the brands which we run under the ISKCON logo, which is Haribol, not only takes products from the market, it brands it under its name, takes it to the market, brings back the profit, plows it back in the economy, and does a proof of concepting of further improvising it. So that is where you have an added advantage of a linear versus a circular economy.
So we can now move on to this role of a social entrepreneur. And most of the youth these days, most of the students, this is not a subject which attracts a lot of students, especially in the early stage startup. So what do you think could be the role of a social entrepreneur when we talk about the circular economy and we talk about a sustainable growth? So इनका role आप कैसे देखते हैं?
So I think, CK, the most important discussion of today's day and age is to understand what is social entrepreneurship. I think the most critical aspect is when you hear the word social, you think it is free. एक buzz दिमाग में आ जाता है, social मतलब free. No, it is not true. For example, if I take my own personal example, I have worked in socialistic capitalistic economies. So for example, for almost 5 years, I was working in France. Now, France is a social economy, but it has capitalistic point of view. They manufacture the world's largest airlines, Airbus. Everybody knows competitors to Boeing. They have the world's largest, second largest retail chain, Carrefour. Everybody knows that. They have casinos. They have everything capitalistic. But when you talk about social, it takes care of human capital. So, for example, just to make it very clear and to give the idea of what social means in this aspect in today's day and age, and then I will talk about entrepreneurs, is that it takes care of social human capital. That means my needs and my employment and my lifestyle is totally protected by either the corporate or the government. That is the core value of social in current day and age, because हर चीज का एक evolution होता है, correct? I mean, हमने जो किताबों में पढ़ा about communism, capitalism, socialism is all changed in the last decade. आज चाइना एक कम्युनिस्ट कंट्री नहीं, चाइना इज द लार्जेस्ट कैपिटलिस्टिक कम्युनिस्ट कंट्री. सो बहुत हाइब्रिड मॉडल्स बन गए हैं. सो टू एक्सप्लेन, दैट इज वेयर आई कुड गिव द बेस्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन अबाउट सोशल. नाउ इफ यू जॉइन द टू वर्ड्स सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर, what does that really mean? An entrepreneur is a person who is taking risk, who has the appetite to take risk for maximum monetization or maximum profit. That does not mean profit in terms of money. It could be in a lot of ways, right? आज एक entrepreneur है जो एक theory पे काम कर रहा है, एक process पे काम कर रहा है. हो सकता है उसको उससे economic gain या financial gain ना मिले, but other satisfaction मिल जाए. So he has a risk appetite of taking more risk in life. Now अगर आप social और entrepreneurship को जोड़ दीजिए तो बन जाता है social entrepreneur. That means someone who is willing to take care of human capital yet have the potential of doing a risk evasive maximum to maximize a business venture or to maximize a venture taking care of human capital. Now to explain this better, I'll give you a very live example. हमने एक ब्रांड शुरू किया जिसका अभी मैंने पिछले जिक्र किया था, हरिबोल का. So हमने हरिबोल डेयरीज का एक ब्रांड शुरू किया, which is a social entrepreneurship project, and we have already got funding for this project. So what is this project? हमने गुजरात के गांव में जाकर देसी गाय, अपनी देसी गाय का मिल्क, which has an A2 protein, we call it A2 casein protein, which is very good for our immunity, very good for the body. It has a lot of other benefits as well. And 25 years से न्यूजीलैंड में इसकी already research चल रही है A2 की, and everybody can Google. I think it's the new health thing to go. That is where we decided that we need to combine both forces, take care of the human capital, take care of the farmer who is trying to protect India's original indigenous breeds, not go in for Jersey cows, not push there. That small population को हमने लेकर एक ब्रांड शुरू किया A2 मिल्क का, and we launched it in Bombay. Now, how did social entrepreneurship come here? जो हमने brand लिया, the entire value chain of the product where we got funding is a portion of that value goes back into development of humans, development of human capital, back end and across the channel. So every chain involved in this organization is equally taken care of, and yet there is a profit. Whether there is a profit, there is a burn, that is something which depends upon what scalability you want to get, right? Like as any entrepreneur wants. But having said that, that entire value chain has a certain benefit given to every human. So human capital is absolutely taken care of. So it is more like a 360 holistic approach to run an organization. Another very good example I can give you about social entrepreneurship is there's an international organization, and मैं actually उसके professor से मिला. I couldn't meet the organization. Is based out of taken out of Wharton. Is called as Etsy. अब Etsy क्या करता है? Etsy is one of the largest e-commerce sites which is promoting tribal art across the world. It's a marketplace to launch tribal art across the world, and it's already on the stock exchange. अब सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कहाँ आई उसका ये आइडिया आया कि मैं जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो कि फ्रॉम द ट्राइबल्स फ्रॉम ऑस्ट्रेलिया टू इंडोनेशिया टू इंडिया टू द यूएस टू द लैटिन अमेरिकन कंट्रीज को मैं एक वर्ल्ड स्टेज दूं, बट दैट डजंट मीन इट डज इट फॉर फ्री. द ओनली डिफरेंस इज फॉर अ प्रोडक्ट which is procured by a linear economy, for example a Gap, or for example Zara, for example any brand you take, they will source a product, they will put their mark, they will place it in their store, and they will sell it. But in his case, he is foretelling the entire story of the product, where the origin of the product is, and eventually making sure that 1/3 of the profit goes back, or whatever percentage, and sees development of that area and that particular sector. So that is where the difference between an entrepreneur and a social entrepreneur comes. I'll give you another example. अभी मैं कुछ महीना पहले, thanks to before lockdown, I was in Canada, and I was in there's a very good friend of mine who set up my meeting at the in Simon Fraser University in Vancouver. Now they have a startup hub which only focuses on green tech, social entrepreneurship. One of the projects a master student was doing was that he was creating garbage bins which would identify which should be a recyclable and which should be a non-recyclable. Now it is a social entrepreneurship project. Why? Because he's trying to make an impact in environment, or rather I would say it's a green entrepreneurship, like which you right said, green sustainability project. So अब आप जैसे अपने can लिया और आपने उसमें dump किया, so there is an AI algorithm which reads that the can is in the wrong bin, and it prompts the user you need to take it out and put it in another bin, so that जब वो recycling वाले आते हैं in those countries, अब तो हमारी country में भी हो गया है कि सुबह collection होती है garbage की in different this thing. So one is a recyclable garbage and another is a non-recyclable garbage. तो उसमें उतना value chain और logistics में time ना लगे ताकि वो लें और उसको and it gets recycled. Cans, bottles जो है जल्दी recycle हो जाए और उसमें time save कर सकें. So those are live examples of social entrepreneurship and green entrepreneurship.
Yeah, you rightly said that, and we'll just take two questions here. One is about, you used the word green human capital. So I think people are asking about that. How could you define this green human capital? And question number 2 is social innovation को social enterprise में कैसे convert कर सकते हैं? You can take it one by one.
Okay. So let me take the first example, and I think I'm very passionate about this. So and it is interrelated between the first and the second question. So when you talk about human capital, so for example, in a social entrepreneurship project, or in a let's say in a venture, even if you take who is working more in terms of development, more in terms of grassroots development, in a way their focus is on what? Human capital, right? So basically what is human capital? आज मेरी अगर फैमिली में, आज मेरी अगर कंपनी में 40 एम्प्लॉइज हैं, अब when you want to maximize profit, आप वो 40 एम्प्लॉइज को मिनिमम सैलरी देके अपना प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज करते हैं, right? Similarly, when you come to a development of human capital, you are making sure that those employees of yours are up to mark of what the entire benchmarking is, yet you are taking care of the bigger good, where you are not only taking care of their families, but also making sure that the organization is equally profitable, so that it can start giving back from the entire value chain. So human capital is where you're involving everyone in that ecosystem to make sure it is equally distributed, not just wealth, but also well-being. In that, you talk about mental well-being, you talk about emotional well-being, you talk about sociological well-being. और जो कि हम देख रहे हैं आज, like for example, आज के दिन में जब एक लॉकडाउन की स्थिति हो रही है, everybody is at home, right? Some people are having a great time, families are uniting, families are bonding. Now, in this time, Google, Facebook, Twitter, everybody has said that not only output has increased, but a happiness index has increased. In few cases not. That happiness index is where human positive capital is there. So where you are making sure that the organization which you're working for is giving you happiness, it is contributing more than you want. That is where you talk about human capital. Now, the second question, can you just repeat the second question?
Social innovation को social enterprise में कैसे convert कर सकते हैं?
This is a very tricky question actually. अब social innovation जैसे, for example, Kuhu mentioned about environment. Now, if I take this if I take that example and I link it to the same example to the startup which I met in Canada, who's trying to make sure that we can segregate waste. Waste segregation is the biggest problem, right? अब उन countries में जहाँ पे solutions हैं waste segregation के बाद क्या? अब अगर हमारी कंट्री ले ली जाए, हमारी कंट्री में वेस्ट सेग्रीगेशन करके इवेंचुअली तो डंप यार्ड में जाता है ना. नाउ सोशल इनोवेशन और सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इन आवर केस वुड बी वेयर वी वुड टेक दैट सेग्रीगेटेड वेस्ट एंड फर्दर टेक इट फ्रॉम दैट डंप यार्ड into how to reuse it back in the economy. That is where the entrepreneurship will come.
Can I just interrupt you in between? Like you're saying कि waste segregation करने के बाद क्या? So I would just like to give you the example my city is following. So we are doing the waste segregation and the biodegradable waste is being taken to the dump ground where it is being converted into compost. And that compost is being used again by the municipal corporation for their own gardens and for the side lanes and for the plantation of the city, greenery of the city. So I think that is the example that we were discussing. And like social innovation is like we did a drive in via Bhopal for the dry leaf collection. That is the Golden Leaf Project. So that is the social innovative project wherein all the dry leaves, rather than just burning them, we turn them into compost. And then one of our organization is engaged into converting this innovative idea into an entrepreneurial idea. So now we manufacture those leaf composting bins and we sell it in the open market. So I think what you are saying is absolutely right, that it's a very close link of the entire chain, converting the social initiative to the social entrepreneurship. So I just wanted to give you this example that my city is following, and I think in many of these municipal corporations, similar pattern is being followed.
बहुत हो रहा है, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think we can spend now about a couple of minutes talking about the sustainable development goals and what are the different sectors जहाँ पे एक social entrepreneur या एक green tech startup focus कर सकता है. So these are few examples. If you want to pick one of those or a couple of those and talk about that.
Sure. So I think one of the most fundamental example what I will pick up here, which answers and makes sure that a lot of other SDGs are absolutely eradicated, is value education, is quality education. So if you are value educated, if you are quality educated, you have self well-being, you are more sensitive towards the environment, you are more sensitive towards the climate, you know what your rights are. So because of a good education, what happens is there are a lot of other SDGs which automatically start getting affected, in a positive way. So I think if I take a few examples, like if I take quality education, if I take clean water and sanitation, if I take affordable and clean energy, I think it is, I mean, clean water and sanitation, so I think now India is known all over the world, especially for sanitation. I think our honorable Prime Minister ने जो project किया है स्वच्छ भारत का, उसका तो खैर कोई there is no two parallels around in the world. I think it's the largest sanitation project in the world which I've ever seen. और पीछे अभी मैं I was at the Indian Consulate in New York and we were doing a conference with the Bombay Stock Exchange with Govardhan Eco Village as an initiative to start dialogue where beyond just interventions we can start doing a lot of research and joint projects with universities in the US. The first thing which came up with that the sanitation problem or the sanitation drive what India has done is unmatched. And I think when you take the SDG goal like this and you link it to a social entrepreneur, there is so much more which can be done. I think I'll take an example with sanitation and clean water and tell you one of the things what we observed in villages in Haryana is that the toilets which are given were used for storage, and still it was not meant for what purpose it was. I mean, they were storing hay, they were storing other things in that enclosure. So there was a very big problem how to educate people to start using it. So one homegrown idea which came up from a professor, and I was fortunate enough to meet her, was from Symbiosis College, where she said that if you bring in AI technology and if you just make sure that you can link it to the nearest cell tower and keep an electric circuit switch which tells you that that toilet has been used or not in how many days, it can easily give you an idea of how much that, for what purpose that toilet is being used for. So in a way it's a very interesting and a very innovative idea. So आपने एक आइडिया को लेकर उसके ऊपर आपने एक और इकोसिस्टम खड़ा कर दिया which is not only social good but also helping in sustainable development. So it is a fantastic evolution of the same idea into a next level. However, of course, implementation ke liye and all those are factors which you need to see. And I think the other example which I will take for affordable and clean energy, and we are of course doing a lot as well, is solar. Now, of course, as everybody knows, a lot of airports are now going solar all over the world. When you travel, if you look at the architecture, is becoming so. For example, in GEV, we have got the Green Award for having all our infrastructure made with cold pressed bricks. So we don't bake the bricks. So the kilojoule energy used is absolutely almost zero to what would have been used in a normal brick. Not only that, the material which we use is absolutely synced with nature. So in other words, your biodegradable stuff which you are putting also there is synced with nature. Similarly, now solar, there has been a lot of research going on. हमारा solar का जो cell का efficiency है, इस time cell efficiency is not to that great level. So if that efficiency even goes to 50%, 40% of the country's need will be fulfilled. So if you see Kerala and a lot of airports are going 100% solar within the next few years. If that technology can be further worked on, we will start seeing that for us to depend on fossil fuels will start going down. In other words, it will start helping a clean environment. Electric. आज के दिन में electric is becoming such a great thing. Electric cars, electric vehicles. It is also an ecosystem of a circular economy. आज अगर आप, if you support clean tech, if you put solar, from solar if you get to electric charging and if you use that vehicle and you are not polluting, is also solar is a circular economy. So there are a lot of things which are now interlinked with each other, which in other words is supporting and helping us achieve our SDG goals. Of course, thanks to coronavirus, climate action में तो बहुत significant हो गया. Actually, a conference with the United Nations Environment Protection UNEP, and everybody is surprised. जो हमारा goal था of cutting carbon neutral and this that, everybody is carbon neutral now because no planes were flown, no cars were driven. But this is unnatural. ये तो मदर नेचर ने आपको थप्पड़ मारा है खाने के लिए कि दिस इज हु आई एम. इफ यू डोंट improve, further more will come. So we have improved, but now, like Kuhu said, we should imbibe this in our own system. If we don't imbibe, even if a organization, अब आप देखिए Mahindra and all, they have been so forefront in doing things with environment, with this thing. So if automobile manufacturers, if leadership does not get more this thing synced with the idea, till then it cannot percolate till down. And I think thanks to our great Prime Minister, that way we are very fortunate.
Yeah, true. So Yashneet, one question for you. I mean, Mr. Anurag is saying, will the government purchase solar power if a private solar power plant is established? And if yes, then what is the procedure? So maybe if you want to take that, if can government purchase the private, electricity from a private solar plant?
Actually, to be very honest, I mean, I'm not qualified to answer a government, what will the government procedures in doing so. However, if you see in a lot of other countries and going by those examples, there has been a PPP model which has been set up for wind technology, where windmills have been set up by private organizations, converted into power, and then sold to the local grids, which are again either government managed or public sector units. Now, in our case, of course, the best person to answer this would be on a people who are in development, IS officers, people who are working with state and public both. But I feel the government is moving in a way where it is pushing and it is encouraging private sector people to come in this. Of course, pricing is a very big factor. And again, like I said, efficiency is very important, because if we don't get that efficiency of that fuel cell, we will not be able to compete, because eventually government खरीद के बेचेगी किसको? आपको और हमें. So अगर एक मैं एंटरप्रेन्योर हूं और अगर आज मैंने बिजली 13 रुपए यूनिट में बनाई है और अगर मैं गवर्नमेंट को दूंगा, तो गवर्नमेंट या तो उसमें सब्सिडी देगी, जो कि हर गवर्नमेंट करती है, या अगर गवर्नमेंट एक, जिसे आज के स्थिति में अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि चलो गवर्नमेंट अगर नॉन प्रॉफिट वे में भी डालेगी आगे, देयर इज अ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कॉस्ट, देयर इज ऑल दोस कॉस्ट, तो हमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी महंगी मिलेगी, तो आप और मैं तो खरीदेंगे नहीं. तो अगेन वी विल गो बैक टू आवर ओन वे of having so we need to get that motion and cycle right first before getting into the fact that will the government buy or not. So like I said, this question is better answered by qualified people in the government.
Yeah. And what we know in Madhya Pradesh, the Urja Vikas Nigam, they promote such things, but इसमें काफी बड़े players involved हैं, because आपको private एक solar plant बनाना, it's not a joke. उसमें काफी सारा capital investment है. Capex is very high. In fact, most of the जो यहाँ पे ऊर्जा विकास निगम ने अभी प्रमोट किया कि all the government buildings सभी में solar system लगना है, and the initial investment will be borne by a private player, and later on that will be taken care with the help of government. So yes, it is possible, but वो काफी capital extensive है. Now, one very interesting question for you, Yashneet. I like this question. How can a social entrepreneur attract talent, especially when there aren't a high salary option with this? So it's a very valid question and very practical one too.
It is. So I love this answer. I love this question because to be very honest, people who I have in my team have a very high intellect level, and so I'll tell you what a social entrepreneur, the other side of a social entrepreneurship is something called as purpose driven. So whoever is involved in a social entrepreneurship is a purpose driven, a cause driven individual. He or she is enthusiastic about or has passion about that cause, or is passionate about giving back. Now, ideally what happens is, rather than focusing on your product, rather than focusing on the return on investment, if you focus on how much impact, how much purpose driven is the leadership, or in other words, the promoter will be able to attract talent. Today, if I put myself in the shoe of launching Haribol, now I have passion to deliver not only good quality, healthy, zero adulterated milk to my to an end customer in Bombay. However, I equally have a passion of serving society and making sure that rural development can be done. I will attract people who have that similar passion, but that does not mean more money. And that is where a social entrepreneurship circular economy comes. I will make sure that those people are taken care of holistically. So in other words, the question is that you have to align your causes and you have to align your purpose. In a linear economy, the only purpose is financial, is materialistic. Today, if today CK is giving me 1 rupee, I will go to CK. Tomorrow, when Anurag says I'll give you 10 rupees, I will run away to Anurag. But if I know CK is doing a great job in developing the youth, developing programs, making sure that the economy is well balanced, then if that is my passion, I will stick to CK, even if I can negotiate and get 2 rupees. And even if Anuj gives me 10 rupees and I'm not interested in his product because he is only looking at the end goal, which is profitability, which is not my purpose holistically. Eventually, everybody has to live, everybody has to earn money. It is a circle, right? That is why we call it an economy. But purpose-driven economies is going to be the next big thing of the world.
Okay. I think in the interest of time, we cannot take further question in this slide. We can take it when we move forward. So we can talk about the way ahead, the future of sustainability in India, and the collaboration and the other aspects. Yashneet.
Sure. So, like you rightly said, sustainability is often confused with protecting the environment. Sustainability is often, there are a lot of words and meanings of sustainability which go around, right? We have got an environmental sustainability award. What does that mean? Does that mean that we've gone and planted 10,000 trees? Does that mean we've gone and converted arid land into agricultural cultivable land, which is feeding 1,000 families or 10,000 people? What is the right thing of what is sustainability? So sustainability is actually, the right way to put it is, in a long term and a medium term, which you rightly said, is actually creating a balance. When you create a balance in the ecosystem, that is when you achieve sustainability. And sustainability can be achieved anywhere. Even in a urban environment. For example, let me take an organization who is working in finance sitting in Bombay. Now, how can they become sustainable? They are burning fuel, they are traveling, they are taking jets from one city to the other city. Now, the sustainability is when they go and connect with someone, and when their money starts doing green initiatives and starts impacting only their area. If they get into garbage collection, if they go and support, and so that is where collaborative working comes. Sustainability is only possible when you are in a collaborative way. Singularity mein sustainability nahi ho sakti. So today, if a ICICI Bank, or if the Bombay Stock Exchange, or if any finance fund wants to help in sustainability, they will need to collaborate with sustainable partners who are delivering sustainability. In other words, bringing their efficiency to them, increasing their throughput and their output, and creating that circular. So again, घूम फिर के जो कहते हैं ना, हर चीज एक सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी में ही टिकी हुई है. Sustainability is also the other word of collaboration, of bringing in harmony all the elements together is called sustainability. Whether you call it green sustainability, environmental sustainability, this sustainability, that sustainability.
I'll jump to this slide now, the role of technology, because, it's very important to merge and see the holistic view and approach. Technology engineers will have to work with social entrepreneurs. So I want your views on this. How can technology be or play a bigger role in achieving this sustainable world or environment?
So I think one of the examples about sustainability and about entrepreneurship and about being in this economy, the best example today we can give is about Elon Musk. So if you look at Tesla, Tesla is a pioneer in every intervention what it has done, not only from SpaceX, where it has made sure that it has reusable rockets, which you all know nowadays, which was never the thing, where your again environment is protected by the dangerous materials used to manufacture rockets can be reused again and again. Hence, your space exploration has gone out to developing cars which have zero immersion. When you're looking at vehicles which are giving you zero immersion and helping you promote electric is the best innovation in technology. If you take another example in the same domain is Volvo. Now Volvo has been pioneers in automobile development since the very beginning. So if you remember, Volvo cars were called as the most safest cars in the world. Why? Because their focus that back then was protecting human capital, protecting people who are in the vehicles. They were known as the most safest vehicles even before your airbags and everything were introduced. By the way they were made. So it was they have taken that same thing and pushed it to electric cars, hybrid cars. So they've carried on the same legacy of giving back more to society, giving back more to the user who is getting affected by it. So in a way, it is creating a balance between social, environment, capital, and yet it is capital. So coming back to the same thing which you said, it is like a social entrepreneurship project in a very large way.
Yeah. All right. So I think we are approaching the end of this session, and the last point is collaboration, as I think you already mentioned. Still, if you want to add something on this, and then we'll hand it over to Anuj.
Sure. So, like I said, collaboration is the key. I think in today's world, until unless we collaborate, we cannot achieve anything. And this is the way, like I said before, in any sphere to create in sustainability, environment, harmony, there has to be collaboration between the non-profit, social entrepreneurs, government, and uh, capitalistic driven linear organizations who are either driven by profit, and even them now are moving into a collaborative mode where they've gone and joined hands with others who can give them an extra edge what others can't do. So in today's day and age, you're rightly said collaboration is the key, and only then can we achieve what we want to achieve in today's environment day is peace, prosperity, and harmony for everyone.
All right. So thank you so much, Yasmeet. It was really a pleasure having you as always with us. And I'm sure most of the questions you already answered. I'll still pick few. Okay, we can take that later now. So Anuj, I see a couple of faces. You can please introduce them.
Yes, so good evening and welcome Alifia and Dilip. We have made you live at our startup Pathshala. So the reason of bringing you to this Pathshala is lets you feel the power of Yuva. And CK, can we have the slide of? Is it possible with Alifia?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. So, but just to introduce, we have Alifia, who is the national chair for climate change for young Indians. So, among the 5 projects, climate change is something where this year has been a major focus. And as Yachneet was telling that the climate has changed everything. So we have been brought to the place where everyone has to have a respect for climate. And Dilip, our national Yuva chair, it's a pride to welcome Dilip with a country which is itself a Yuva country, and you being the chair of the major stakeholder, Yuva, had been phenomenal. Uh, uh, Being a professor myself, I have been very much passionate about bringing change to Yuva. CK, I was trying to say something in the beginning, but just to bring to the context to Yachneet and everyone in the panel, my respected panel, that यशनीत हमने भारतीय संस्कृति या मानव सभ्यता के इतिहास में हम जब जाएं उसको मदर नेचर ने ही हमको सबसे पहले इन्वेंशन और इनोवेशन सिखाया है।
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है।
फार्मिंग से बड़ा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कुछ नहीं हो सकता, जो विश्व का सबसे पुराना एक स्टार्टअप है। और आज क्लाइमेट चेंज में हमें बहुत जरूरी है कि हम अपने उन मूल्यों पे, वी शुड गो बैक टू अवर रूट्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट द नेचर जो चीज सिखाती है वो नैसर्गिक होती है, वो हमेशा के लिए रहती है। इट इज द अल्टीमेट एंड इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू change like something with a new version or then something new coming in. So it's not only the environment day, but putting you to the startup Pathshala, this the right context of setting that yes, we give our thanks to Mother Nature, the environment, जिन्होंने हमको पहला स्टार्टअप सिखाया जो है फार्मिंग, जो है हम वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट की बात करते हैं। हमारे पूर्वज काउ डंग से, एंड गोवर्धन विलेज हैज अ सिंबल ऑफ गौ, सो हम तो काउ डंग का पहले भी यूज कर ही रहे हैं। सो सॉरी सीके, आई एम टेकिंग सम ऑफ द एक्स्ट्रा टाइम, बट
वैलिड थिंग, एंड जो भी हमारे पूर्वज कर रहे हैं आज साइंटिफिकली हम प्रूव कर रहे हैं, एंड वी आर फीलिंग ग्रेट अबाउट इट। Rather, we should be foolish that they have been doing it and we didn't improvise on what they did. Rather, we went in reverse, and now we are very happy that we proved it. तो इसका मतलब ये our mental degradation हुई है, हमारा कोई बढ़ोतरी नहीं हुई इसमें।
So, taking forward from here, we have Alifia, who was earlier the UA National Chair and now taking into climate change. So, I would, we have a reason, and Yachneet from ISKCON, Govardhan Village, we were talking to the young students about the social entrepreneurship, the startups, the green startups. CK, our entrepreneurship chair. I think we lost Kuhu, our climate change chair. CK, if she can just join, we can have a check. So, Alifia, over to you before we unveil the document and the role of climate change and how predominantly the UA can bring a change. And then we bring in Dilip for his comments, and finally both of you launching the startup magazine, our ebook for climate change.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you hear all? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Super. So thank you so much, Anuj, for having me here. I think it's so overwhelming for me just to be addressing all the UA students. And UA has always been very, very close to my heart, and I still am in touch with a lot of UA students. And I'm sure Dilip will understand and take UA as to the reason why UA is such a big stakeholder of YI. Just to reinstate, one of the main pillars of YI is youth leadership.
Alifia, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Anuj, there's a lot of disturbance, Anuj.
Is there a disturbance?
I'm not able to hear you, Alifia.
You're not able to hear me. Okay, let me try using a headset.
I'll just
Okay, let me try using this. Can you
out and log if you want to.
can you hear me now?
It's better actually. It was better even earlier. Yeah.
I could hear you, Alicia. I could hear you loud and clear. I think there's some must be a background noise.
Yeah.
If you can hear me, so should I continue?
Yes, please. Yes.
Lovely. Okay, so it's amazing because I have been just hearing the kind of deliberation which is going on for the last 30-35 minutes that I've been hearing. I mean, it's just amazing. And Anuj did share me certain snippets of the kind of report that the UA has done. पहले जब उसने मुझे बताया था इसके बारे में, I thought that ठीक है, कर लूंगी, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. But when I actually went through each of the case studies, that's when I was realizing, my God, look at the kind of effort that you guys have done it. I mean, incredible. It was a delight to read it. And I think I've shared that with Anuj already. It was so amazing. Or when I came to know that these 6 topics that we are basically talking on, which is your protection of animals, the public transportation, green building, and these 6 topics have actually come from the students. This is what's heartening. Is why? Because UA actually has recognized and taken cognizance of these issues जो हम लोग बड़े लोग इतना इसको इम्पोर्टेंस अभी तक दिए नहीं है. And what has just followed in the last 1 hour is absolutely incredible. I mean, I feel so proud to be addressing you all, and also at the same time, I feel quite humbled to be among such sharp minds who have taken responsibility in their hands to actually lessen the impact of climate change. But apart from you doing all these amazing things on these 6 topics, I just want to kind of reiterate to all the UA students who are probably listening this. You might have taken into account this, but I just want to reiterate as something which is food and clothes, because aaj ki younger generation, on the move, kafi, they are very fashion conscious. They love eating outside and stuff like that. So a little snippet, and I would like to share this why, because it's from a credible survey that actually and globally over 1/3, that is 30% of edible food produced per annum is wasted. And this causes approximately 8% of global greenhouse emission. ये शायद आपने सोचा नहीं होगा और या आपको पता नहीं होगा, which actually means that 3 kgs of approximately 3 kgs of wasted food causes approximately 23 kgs of carbon dioxide emission into the atmosphere. So अगली बार जब आप खाना खाओ, make sure you don't waste food, which I'm sure you're not wasting, but still be mindful of that. और अगर कोई भी waste करता है ना, तो उनको definitely याद दिला दो भैया, it is just not about getting food wasted, you're actually contributing to the climate change, because that cognizance has to be there. Also, a lot of this youth love fast fashion nowadays. We are very fashion conscious, especially the youth. And also, I would like to tell you that 10% of carbon emission annually, 10% carbon emission annually, and it's probably rising every year as we adopt fast fashion, is because of fashion. And just to give you a very different perspective, let me tell you, it's amazing because it came to my knowledge also, and it quite stuck to me. 7,500 liters of water, 7,500 liters of water is used to make one pair of jeans, and that is equal to the amount of water we human beings drink over 7 years. So many बोल रही हूँ कि I mean, stop wearing jeans or stop wasting food. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही. But what I just wanted to tell you this, you should be aware of this so that you make these mindful changes and ensure that we take a very holistic approach as far as climate change is concerned. Because with the brains of the youth active, surely wonders can happen. And I'm sure we will reverse the ill effects of climate change. Once more, like I've always said, and I still like to reiterate a famous saying, which will egg you on this path, it is, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. So God bless you all and more power to you guys. You are the most, and it is proven, and especially in India, that the youth has been the most resilient. And in fact, around this COVID times, you guys have been the most resilient age bracket and the youth of this country. And you are, and we are looking at you to make this change. So being resilient is great, but being resilient on the path of climate change is going to be awesome. So all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Alicia. We want you to stay for the
I will.
for the inaugural.
Of course.
And Alicia from Calcutta, and now Dilip from Chennai. And Dilip has been the captain of the Yuva team of YI, Young India, 30,000 plus Yuva students. So we all look at you for your message for climate change and Yuva.
First of all, thank you so much. Hi, Alifia, and the entire Bhopal team, and the eminent panelists here. 30,000 Yuva students. I think all credit goes to all the heroes there. Anuj, kind of people who have been driving this very passionately. I think all the credit goes to you all. And especially coming back to when a moment I saw this flyer, Startup Pathshala, because we did a survey with all the Yuva students. interesting outcomes came through it, where more than 58% of the students are opting for work immediately after their education. More than 30% of the students were opting for higher education. And it was very painful and alarming to see less than 10% of students were opting for entrepreneurship. But in that same survey, there was a last slide which said if there is going to be an opportunity to educate you on startup, would you be interested? We had a whopping 78% of people, students, willing to opt for it. You know, which is coming across very clearly, saying that students want to become entrepreneurs. They really want to become they have the passion to become entrepreneurs, but the question is how and the way. How do I, what are the opportunities available, and how do I make it happen? I think that's the big question mark which is right in front of them, which is what is making them choose other opportunities. But moment I got the flyer from Anuj saying that it's startup Pathshala, I said, wow, this is amazing. You know, that is the need of the hour. You know, that is the need of the hour. I think somewhere the students of today, the youth of today, need that guidance. I think brilliant job, Bhopal, and more so, I would say, thank you so much for picking up the topic like climate change. We can speak about economic growth. We can speak about anything. We can speak volumes about it. But it's like having a hefty bank account and having a very poor health. We just cannot enjoy any benefit out of that healthy bank account. You know, so it's that important to focus on these kind of fundamental things. And when I saw the kind of topics taken by the students, it was amazing. It was amazing because that is how we build a strong foundation. You know, to especially I don't like to speak about this COVID scenario, but at this point, I think we need to speak about the COVID scenario because economy was growing, economy was booming, but one health issue can really put everything on a stumbling block. And that's exactly what will happen if you're just going to focus on economy and not focusing on these kind of critical aspects like climate change. And we're talking about whether it is green building, build a better future for India. I think second, gratitude to Bhopal chapter for choosing climate change as a topic and taking it to the Yuvas, because in YI we always feel whatever we take should not be an activity, but it should become a movement. And any initiative to become a movement, it has to go into the minds of the youth. And it was so much fascinating. It was so encouraging to see the youth of our country speaking about such results, analysis, research, and coming up with datas. No, every report of yours had data and saying that what is it in 2005 and what is it going to be in 2030. That's something significant. That awareness is going to be the first step to change. I think Bhopal has initiated that first step, and I'm so happy that you took that step to Yuva, where ingraining that thought process with the youth of a country, because they are going to be the future. And that's why in Yuva, our only objective, it's just 3-point objective in Yuva. One is to develop youth leadership. Second is to develop responsible youth for the future of our India. And third, to be the voice of our young India. And I think by doing such an initiative, I think you have addressed all these 3 objectives beautifully, because I always believe leadership cannot be developed in classrooms. Leadership cannot be developed within 4 walls. leadership comes when we take these kind of initiatives, and when students drive these kind of initiatives, that's where we grow leadership. And second, when they passionately speak about what is that they are going to do, I think we are building a responsible youth for the future, and whatever is come out as a data is the voice of our young Indians. So once again, thank you so much, Bhopal chapter. Anuj, hats off to you. I think we are really no words to share the kind of work what you've done. Keep the job going on. Keep your passion going on. Thank you so much, and wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dilip. Thank you, Alifia. So before we leave, CK, in the interest of climate change and startup, anything you want to add? So the Startup Pathshala was the brainchild of CK, our entrepreneurship chair, and climate change Kuhu, and there were some technical issues. She was there and could not join in. So all credit to our masters from climate change Kuhu, entrepreneurship CK, and our Yuva chair, the Geet. So any final with the Startup Pathshala theme, CK, before we unveil, or we unveil it now and then we have some discussion, closing down with Yachneet on some points where maybe Dilip and Alifia can also add their comments for the Startup Pathshala. अपन पहले unveil करते हैं उसका for front page, and yes, you have to do it.
I'm doing it on behalf of the national chair of Yuva and climate
the national
change.
chair climate change, Alifia and Dilip.
Yeah.
We just unveiled the poster, and the file will be uploaded on the Facebook pages and already shared. So the beauty is it is not designed by any designer. Again, the cover page also designed by Yuva people, and that's the beauty of it. I think
can I put my collars up? Can I put my collars up like this?
Yeah.
So I put my collars up like this.
Fantastic.
So one final message for the environment and Startup Pathshala with context. So any message you can give to people, young students who want to be social entrepreneurs and environment entrepreneurs, because you both have been a national chair for YI, different verticals. Yachneet is again back. तो हम युवाओं को, हम नौजवानों को कैसे एक विश्वास दिलाएं कि हम उनको एनवायरनमेंट में भी एक अच्छा स्टार्टअप क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. हालांकि सदियों से हमारे पूर्वज वो काम कर रहे हैं, बट स्टिल दैट कॉन्फिडेंस डजंट कम. So any thought, CK, even you can comment. Now I am moderating it. So in a popcorn style, anyone can give their comments that how we can give the confidence to students to have startups which is more climate environment based. Yes, CK.
I would like to pop up first, in the popcorn style. So coincidentally, I was speaking to a panel in Commonwealth Local Government Forum yesterday.
हिंदी में भी बोलेंगे तो अच्छा होगा, थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश हिंदी में.
Sorry. Coincidentally, कल शाम को Commonwealth Local Government
I think CK has to unmute.
Yes. So, I was attending a panel discussion जिसमें 43 countries के अलग-अलग लोग थे, and everybody was focusing on this circular economy. तो circular economy का आगे बहुत बड़ा scope है, not just a scope in terms of business. This is the need of the hour. We all need to take care of the mother nature. Luckily enough, भगवान ने खुद अपना नेचर का ध्यान रखा है पिछले 2 महीनों में. हमें सिर्फ इतना करना है कि जो उन्होंने किया है हमें उसको मेंटेन रखना है. हमारे वाटर बॉडीज बहुत क्लीन है, हमारा एनवायरनमेंट काफी क्लीन है. ऑल वी नीड टू डू इज जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ दैट, जस्ट उसको वैसा ही मेंटेन रखना हमारा काम है.
I'm not able to hear CK.
How about others?
You're right, CK. You're absolutely right. Even if we maintain what we've achieved now, and thanks to nature, we'll be able to do phenomenal this thing impact.
And just last point, there are many agencies, there are many funds, there are many grants available for such startups. तो हमारे जबलपुर का भी एक स्टार्टअप है जो सिर्फ सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर है, दे आर नॉट फॉर प्रॉफिट आल्सो, बट उनको भी रिसेंटली हमने एक ग्रांट अवेल करवाया फ्रॉम द कॉमनवेल्थ. So there are many agencies out there. आपको फंडिंग का प्रॉब्लम है, आपको रिसोर्सेज का प्रॉब्लम है, but things are changing now. So I think you should also focus on bringing in more ideas and ensuring कि गवर्नमेंट के हेल्प पे agencies like YI, CII, Jabalpur Incubation Center, CLGF, all are there. आपको सिर्फ इतना करना है कि अपने आइडियाज को आगे लेके आना है और सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पे भी ध्यान देना है. That's it from my side, Anuj.
That's brilliant. In fact,
I think I'll just give a 1 minute thing. I think CK, you're right. There are actually a lot of purpose-driven grants now, which are and purpose-driven funds which have been developed all over the world. जिनका फोकस ही पैसा देना है टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विच आर पर्पस ड्रिवन, जैसे मैं कह रहा था, जिनका पर्पस है about
I think we have some issues.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Yashni.
the network issue.
Yeah, I think we lost.
Yeah, we can hear Yashi. Yes.
sorry, there's been a major power cut, so I'm on my hotspot. So
Yeah, and Nisarga just passed.
there's a difference,
close to
there's
you.
difficulty in this thing.
So, Alifia, you were saying, आप कुछ
Yeah.
बोल रहे थे, yes.
मैं यही बोल रही थी, सीके ने एकदम सही फरमाया है. Whatever he said is absolutely loud. We need to maintain it. It is now or never. Because हमको नेचर ने इतना अच्छा सुविस्ता कर दिया है, हम लोग को बोल दिया है, इतना सब हेड स्टार्ट दे दिया है, ऑलरेडी 3 महीने का हेड स्टार्ट दे दिया है. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इट्स नाउ और नेवर. सो जस्ट लेट्स मेंटेन इट. और ये सब युवा स्टूडेंट्स को मैं ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि आप मत सोचिए, आप कोई भी मत सोचिए कि हम लोग तो सिर्फ एक स्टूडेंट है, एक ही कॉलेज है, क्या कर सकते हैं. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, क्लाइमेट चेंज ना एक दिन में नहीं हुआ है. क्लाइमेट चेंज को सालों लगे हैं, इसीलिए ये आज हम लोग उसको महसूस कर रहे हैं. वी आर एबल टू सी द इल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इट. बहुत साल लगे इसको ये होने में. इसीलिए अगर आप बोलते हो कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, वैसा मत सोचिए. टेक दिस, कीप मार्चिंग अहेड, टेक दिस स्टेप दैट यू आर टेकिंग. इट्स इन द राइट साइड, इट्स इन द राइट पाथ, इट्स इन द राइट स्पिरिट. बिकॉज ये छोटा सा चीज आप जो आज करोगे, which Dilip also mentioned very categorically, it's going to become a movement. और अगर एक बार movement बन जाएगा तो it will actually touch a tipping point when things will start changing. और अगर things start changing, climate तो change होना ही है for the better. So keep moving in the right direction, and it's now or never, and keep doing the right thing. Don't get bogged down कि इतना छोटा करने से क्या होगा. ये छोटी छोटी चीज से ही आपको बड़ा सा डिफरेंस दिखेगा. So let's just go ahead with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alifia.
Great work.
And,
Great work, CK. Great work, CK. Great work, Kuhu. I'm thoroughly impressed with you. And Bhopal, you've just kind of killed it, I should say. You've done it a fabulous job. I want to meet the students when things get better. I would really want to come and meet these students. It will be a pleasure just
we are planning a
interacting
national
with them.
Yuva festival very soon with Dilip. So the future is Dilip, the Yuva chair. Your final words before we conclude. Sir.
Just like Alifia is talking, and when I came in, I saw Yashneet presenting about his slide was about sustainability. The only secret for this is sustainability. We just need to keep sustaining the movement without thinking about any obstacles. Just have our self-belief and keep moving on. And if every student can take personal responsibility towards climate change and make that small difference and keep this movement going on. And CK, fantastic show. I think much need of the hour. I think you guys are taking it very well. Just sustain it and ramp it up. Just look at how do we scale it up. Sustenance and scaling up is going to be the only way we can reach this out to every corner of our country so that we build a better future for our nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dilip. Thank you, Alifia, for joining in a short notice, but the universe conspired. Over to you, moderator Saab, CK. Thank you for stealing your show and putting the right context of climate change among Yuva students. It has been watched with 12,000 registration, around 7,000 viewers watching it. So this is the impact we want to bring as young Indians. And over to you, CK. Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the kind words, Dilip and Alicia. Yes, the motivation is sometimes required, and whatever we have initiated with the guidance of our chair, as you said, rightly said, sustainability हमें भी चाहिए, motivation हमें भी चाहिए. We'll keep ramping up. We'll keep thriving it, and we'll take it to the next level certainly. And Yashneet अभी नहीं है, and Kuhu is also not there. So thank you, Yashneet, for your time. Thank you, Kuhu, for bringing this to Startup Pathshala. And thank you all our viewers. आपके questions बहुत अच्छे थे. हम सारे questions आज ले नहीं पाए, but we'll surely pass this on to our experts. Yashneet को हम सारे questions mail करेंगे, and we'll have these answers of all your questions shortly. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and a special thanks to you, Alicia, Dilip, and Anuj, for giving your time to our students today. And we look forward to host you again to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Hind.